Hey everybody, it's Steve. So, I recently just finished the first rough draft of my next novella, whatever you want to call it. It's about 19,000 words. Um, it it's about a couple of kids. They go into a psych ward. They find a box full of old recording equipment, that kind of stuff, and the one kid subsequently starts watching them and the other one starts posting them to social media, but it's all told from the perspective of our main character here. um Not really, he doesn't technically have a name, but he's referred to Squeaky a couple of times, so we're gonna just go with Squeaks or Squeaky. The other one's name is Jimmy. He's a social media, you could say YouTuber, if you will, but since it's a private thing and I'm trying to make money off this, I can't say YouTuber. So he's a social media influencer, something or other. Well, anyways, I have a new place, and that's why it looks the way it does in the background instead of my usual like fake stone looking thing. I moved out of that apartment because it was a shithole. Sorry, I appear to have something in my eye. But anyways, we're going to be doing chapter 1 today. It's the longest chapter, which I've noticed that a lot of my stories and books, the first chapter happens to be the longest. Um, but there's a few things in here that I've already done, such as, the basics of, since I type everything out on my phone, I can't really indent. So I went through, did all the indentations, and in order for me to keep the everything straight for what I need it to be, I already I had, in order for me to understand what everything was while I'm typing, so I knew where the paragraphs breaks were, I had all these extra spaces in between them. So I went through, corrected that, went through, did the indentations, went through and did the spell check. Now, I want you to understand, Jimmy is probably the most annoying character I've ever created, simply because he has fully embraced the shitty language that we have nowadays when it comes to saying things like yeet, YOLO, that, and some other things that are more like 90s slang, early 2000s. Pretty much he's the embodiment of all that I find annoying. And quite frankly, it took a lot for me to be able to write his lines without breaking my fucking phone. So please, bear with me while I go through this. So, without further ado, without further ado, sorry about that, I had a notification. We're going to start this bitch. So, chapter 1, A Mysterious Box. Ooh. I'm such a fucking loser. Okay. With the recent growth of social media and the many internet stars, it didn't take long for people to try and copy those who were successful in order to try and get that bread. I hated the term. Oh, the fuck is therms? Is that a word? Why didn't it come up when I was doing whatever? I hated the terms the internet has made popular. However, my best friend has fully embraced them and has become a stereotype in order to do his best to get his slice, as he would put it. Yeah, you put it in quotes because the last editor I had kept on bitching, well, I don't know where the thoughts are and the conversation is. Well, the conversation is dialogue going on between two people, so I'm fairly certain that that should be self-evident. Sorry. And just so you know, I am leaving in the misspelled words for his lines because, well, you'll see. By the way, Jimmy is a very, very white suburban kid. So you can understand that it is the... You ever see that music video, Pretty Fly for a White Guy? That type of gangsta. Very, very white. Any whiter, he'd be fucking clear. Anyways. Hey, bro. What's the plan for this weekend? Yeah. It's that guy. I don't know. Maybe go see a movie or to the mall. I don't know. Maybe go to see a movie or go to the mall. Man, that seems like some boring ass bullshit. Ugh. That was gross. Whew. Man, that seems like some boring ass bullshit. Maybe we can get some hot shorties and eat some bread on them bitches. As I told you, he's classy. I mean, YOLO, my brother. Let's do something fun. God damn, I hate this character so much. I stared at him in silent awe because I didn't understand a fucking thing that he just said. Dude, what? Bitch, what do you mean? What do you mean, what? I think I said it pretty crystal, you hear? Kinda went country there for a second. Sorry, I am just putting in all the quotes because don't want to fucking deal with that bitch. And I didn't start putting quotation marks in until freaking the other day. Or like the to like the second chapter, third chapter, something like that. Yeah, that's something that you guys need to know for before you submit anything to editing. Make it clear what is what. I understand where they're coming from. I really do. It's just they told me after they started, like, oh well, all of this has to get changed so that I can understand what the hell is being said. Like, okay, I sent you a sample before any of this. Why didn't you tell me then that I had to do this before I waited 3 months for you to literally send me back something that was 2 pages and then telling me that I had to go through and change everything? Like, the fuck? Anyways, bitch, what do you mean? What do you mean what? I think I said it pretty crystal, you hear? Well, there is a place I found online I want to go check out. Word? Any hotties there? No. But it would be a good video spot for your channel. I mean, you are all about trends, and isn't a major trend right now urban exploring? Come on, bro. I'm trying to get my dang-a-lang wetter than an otter. What the hell does that even mean? You know what? I don't want to know. But you asked what I was doing, and I told you. So you can join me or go try and find a ratchet chick to catch a disease from. Yeah. I gotta love the annoyance of today's youth. Man, that shit sounds boring as hell. And don't. Oh, blink, 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 blink. Hell, and don't talk about Veronica like that. She got a cream to take care of that itchy twitchy down there. Itchy twitchy. I like that more than I should. Not a woman that has an itchy twitchy, but I'm just saying that, whatever. Well, you could record the whole adventure and call it a ghost hunt or something. That might get you some views, and you know, and you know what? And you know what more views means, right? Oh yeah, oh shit, yeah, bitches love ghost shit. I honestly don't know if we're gonna actually get through everything in this video. How the fuck did I do that before? Huh. Son of a bitch. I could have swore there used to be a thing so that I could just, highlight something, change it to what it needs to be. Oh shit, yeah, bitches love ghost shit. I honestly don't know why I wanted him to come with it, but where we were going, I knew I didn't want to be alone in. So where is this? Where this place at? I'll tell you in the morning. I'll bring everything we will need. How early? I mean, bro, I got to get them Z's. We can meet up at the old rail station at, say, 10 o'clock. Shit. Shit. That's early on a Saturday. But okay. This place better be worth it, though. What I've researched is true, then it should be. Alright. So, that's the first 5 pages. Oh. Not first 5 pages. What the fuck am I talking about? 1, 2. That was the first 2 pages. Now, I feel like there should be some like background stuff going on, but you know what? I was never good at writing dialogue with like background shit going on. So I think I'm gonna keep this the way it is now because it starts off just as a conversation. The setting is not important. They're just fucking off somewhere. So, anyways, that night my excitement was making it hard to sleep. I kept on imagining all the cool stuff we would find. The asylum had been abandoned since the inmates revolted and ended up burning half the building down. The other half was still intact, but it had been sitting in the woods for close to 100 years. I can't wait to see what the local foliage has done to it. I hope it's not like the last place though, where some of the more where some of the more hooligan types have destroyed and spray painted everything. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe. Then a comma there too. Who knows? Maybe I'll find a cool souvenir or something. I spent the early hours of the morning gathering the few supplies we would need for our trip. And I'm gonna. Oh, fuck. Okay. Well, that was that. Okay, I need some light because I can barely see a goddamn keyboard. Yes, I am sitting on a inflatable mattress at the moment simply because, well, my bed is currently against the wall in there. I have no clue how the fuck I'm gonna get through this door because my apartment is smaller than I thought it was. And on top of that, I think I lost some of the screws to put the damn thing together. Or bolts to put it together, whatever the fuck you want to call them. Whatever the case, I don't think I have all the parts to it anymore because I think some of them spilled out while everything was being moved. So, yeah. There's that. Anyways, I spent the early hours of the morning gathering the few supplies we would need for our trip, and I felt a strange unease, like maybe we shouldn't be going. That feeling passed when I got a message from Jimmy. Yo, this rise and shine bullshittery is whack as hell, boy. No, wrong boy. Boy! Oh, before I forget, when the cameras be rolling, call me by my channel name, Big Tippy. Yeah, we're going classy with his name. Oh, for Christ's sakes. I said, putting my face into my hands and sliding them down in minor annoyance and looking up at the ceiling before responding. Yep, no problem, man. Remember, old train station. Yeah, I'm already on my way. Looking at the oh, fuck, I forgot. Oh, I'll do that later because that's a surprise. Looking at the clock on my phone, I figure, where the fuck did all that space come from? Looking at the clock on my phone, I figured I should head out myself. I'd spent far too long gathering some snacks and flashlights, but it was a long hike ahead of us. Skipping down the stairs, I saw my stepdad sitting in the living room, his usual scowl embedded in whatever sports page he found online. Ignoring my mom, who seemed to be giving him the silent treatment while doing the dishes. They didn't really seem to notice if I was home or not even on it. Bleh. They didn't even seem to notice if I was home or not even on a good day. They didn't really ever they didn't really ever seem to notice if I was home or not, even on a good day. There we go, that makes more sense. Hey, you little shit. Don't be out too late. It's a school night. I stopped dead in my tracks. It was way out of character of him to even acknowledge me, let alone care if I was in class. I glanced over at the kitchen and saw my mother already had a half-empty bottle of wine next to the sink and didn't seem to care her husband was being a prick. Yeah, Rob, I hear ya. Whoa, no, not doing that. There we are. His scowl seemed to deepen at his name. He hated the fact I refused to call him my father. But it's not like he was anything to measure up to my real dad. The thought of my real dad, though, filled me with sadness. I'll always miss him. I took off out the door and headed towards the station. The thought. Just thinking of where my dad might be after he went out and never came back. Oh, good punch. I took off out the door and headed towards the station, just thinking of where my dad might be after he went out and never came back felt like a gut punch that I didn't want to deal with right now. The tracks were overgrown with weed. I can show passage of time. The tracks were overgrown with weeds, and the dilapidated building was barely holding itself up. But what do you expect from a building as old as the town? I knew Jimmy, sorry, Big Tippy, would be here soon. But I still had a feeling of butterflies in my stomach. I sat with my legs dangling off the ledge of the old terminal. The woods, even though it was early morning, were darkened by the thick leaves of the canopy above, the wind making them rustle and flail wildly as the trunks slowly swayed, feeling the breeze. That could go there. There. Feeling the breeze, I was filled with hope that today's adventure would be a great escape from the hell that was awaiting me at home. Closing my eyes, I listened. There we go. Closing my eyes, I listened to the sound of nature as they sang their song of life. It was so calming that I almost forgot that I was still waiting on that asshat to get here. I don't know what was taking him so long. He lived closer than I did, yet I still managed to beat him here. Oh, autocorrect, why don't you work on my phone? Because I hate doing this. I still managed to beat him here. This motherfucker better not have stood. There we are. This motherfucker better not have stood. Just before I could finish my thought, I felt my legs pulled from beneath the platform, and I fell to the ground, landing on my side, knocking the wind out of me. Oh. Oi, bitch boy, what you waiting for? Oi, bitch boy, what you waiting for? Let's get this party started. I got a hot piece waiting for me when we get done, so let's go. I've been waiting here for you, you dumbass. What the hell was that for? You could have hurt me. Oh, my bad. Did I hurt you? Did you need a band-aid? Or me to kiss the boo-boo all better? Get up, you promised me a good video and we gonna get that bread today, boy. Turning away from me, he pulled out a camera and started shooting his introduction. Hey, they're my fine-ass pimps and pimpettes. It's your boy Big Tippy, and we have a hell of a show for you today. Let me introduce my boy here, my bro here, who has the scoop on today's urban exploration. So, Squeaky, what's the lowdown on this place we be going to? First off, don't call me Squeaky. Second, we are going to the abandoned venerable youth asylum. There we go. Venerable. That's the word. Venerable youth asylum. Oh shit, we be going to where the cray play. Cray play, boys and girls. This should be fun. Hey Squeaky, any chance we could find some ghosty goose? I looked at him with a small part of me regretting having invited him. However, if he wasn't here and I got hurt, I needed him to get help. However, if he wasn't here and I got hurt, I needed him to get help. You and I both know that those don't exist. Just because we haven't, yeah, just because we haven't seen seen them. Just because we haven't seen them, don't mean they don't. They don't. Just because we haven't seen them, don't mean they don't. Who knows? Maybe we might catch some haunted shit without seeing it. The pleading look on his face was sad, but I wasn't heartless. The pleading look on his face to play along was sad, but I wasn't heartless. Figured I would humor him and maybe get us going. Sure, who knows? Maybe a demon or something will jump out and smack you. We could run into a group of homeless people, or maybe just maybe we could get lucky and some cult will be summoning their deranged deity of scat porn. That would be that would be a sticky situation. God, this is so bad. I felt a piece of me die inside as the words left my mouth and I saw the glow in his eyes. He continued on with his introduction and I started to walk away. The excitement of the adventure ahead numbing the ache of hatred I had at the sound of his voice. Something you're gonna notice is that Squeaky here, he doesn't have friends other than Jimmy. And even Jimmy, he can't stand. To a degree. But they're still friends. They're still friends. It's okay. They're still friends. I heard him wrap up his segment, his footsteps catching up to me. The railroad ties dampening the sound to a light patter. Yo, my boy! Hold up. His voice gasping for breath by the time he caught up. Wait, Squeaky. How far we'd be walking for this?